row 124 has 29 white, so I'm on stitch 27. I need to get to 29, then I'll be switching the 12 yellow. There's not a long stretch this time, so there won't be much need to tuck, although if that is something that you would like to do to make your ends cleaner, you certainly can. So here's 28, 29. So on 29 I need to switch. Now I'm on the front side of my fabric, so I need to unpull the spool from the back side, and that tail is hanging off back here where we left it, and I'll grab that, but I want to make sure that my white, so I need to make sure that my white is going to be sandwiched, so make sure your spool is on the back side of your white, so that when you pull this up it's going to be sandwiched in between. So that's one of the nice things about having a little spool rather than trying to deal with the entire bolt of yarn. You're going to, skein of yarn, you're going to pull that yellow through to switch the colors. You're going to snug the white down just a little bit. I'm going to unspool this a little bit so I have enough to do 12 yellow here, or about 12, enough to do about 12 yellow. I'm not going to worry about catching that back one. We're only doing one extra stitch, so I'm not going to worry about catching the yellow on the back. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my spool is getting messed up here. I'm going to pull that back. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So on the 12th one here, again, we're pulling the white through the middle. I've got my spool kind of unwinding back here in the back. I don't really mind that it's kind of a mess. I mean, I will organize that later, but I'm not worried about it too much, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to snug this white behind the yellow, holding the stitch on this side, on the right hand side, and snugging that so that it's laying flat in the middle of the row here. I'm going to tuck my yellow back up underneath. I will reattach it later. Not worried about it right now. It's going to float along with it. I could pin it just a little bit here. And then I'm going to switch to brown. So I move my blanket over. I'm going to find my brown. So I'll unpin the brown here. Pull this out so that it's pulling from the center. And you'll notice that it is where we left it last. To show you what the yellow looked like on the back side, I didn't catch that yellow. It's okay, it carries up the back just fine. When it's only just one extra stitch, it's no big deal. When it's 3, 2, 3 stitches, I try to catch that end before I move on. With this one, it's just a single one, so it's no big deal. So again, we want to make sure that our spool is underneath or on the other side of the white that we are carrying along. So the white should be up at the top of the fabric. The brown is going to be coming up and through my loops. So I'll pull that through. I'm going to take the yellow, snug that last stitch down. So I pulled this nice and tight. And then I'm going to move on with the brown. And again, there's 41, so I'm going to keep working through the center of here for 41 stitches. It's been 41 stitches for quite some time, so I'm used to just working up to the end of the brown and then switching.